When I was young, I was a jerk to my friends. I wasn't above trash-talking them or starting rumors about them or drawing them in nasty ways or destroying their spirit because for a moment it made me feel superior to them and better about who I was at that moment. What's funny is, as a teenager, I would dream about losing them because subconsciously, I knew they were the only thing keeping me going. I knew they were precious and I knew I was doing something wrong. So when I look back, I'm ashamed of who I was, and yet it's not like it was unusual. Until Dawn is like that, in that it's about young people who have to confront that they're not what they should be, and to avoid a horrible death, they'd better figure that out tonight. Like any great horror story, they are in the midst of confronting or paying for a sin. Some of them handle it well and others don't, and when they don't, things get bloody. But it's not just the decapitations and disemboweling that make Until Dawn so memorable. It's a lingering question. Do our sins doom us to die? Until Dawn begins with 8 high school kids trapped on a mountain resort. It's the vacation property of Josh's parents, the Washingtons. Just the year before, the Washingtons lost their 2 daughters, Hannah and Beth, because of a prank the 8 main characters set up. The prank should reasonably never have put anyone in any kind of danger, but a series of fateful events led to the girls falling down a mountain ravine. Back in the present, all is not well. Tensions arise between couples. That leads the group to separate into 3, and that's when the fun starts. Mike and Jess are hunted by someone.
It's not someone, it's something.
And the larger group faces spookier and spookier events until a heinous killer comes into play. If you like ghost podcasts or things of that sort, this might be the time to check it out on YouTube and stop watching this video before I spoil everything. Because honestly, the backstory is remarkably spooky and I found it unforgettable. Okay, that said, here comes the big spoiler. The killers are Wendigo. They're from Native American lore, creatures of insatiable appetite, created through the taboo of cannibalism. The Wendigo are terrifying, creepy, cunning, ultra-violent, and very hard to kill. Ordinary firearms can knock them down at best. And worse, they're a batch of unknowns. Can they be evaded? Is their bite infectious? And can they ever be truly destroyed? One big problem with recapping the story of Until Dawn is that it can go so many different ways. You can lose one, some, or all of the characters to a horrible death. And on first playthrough, there's no going back. I hated that. Even if the characters can be kind of annoying at times, I really wanted to save all of them. But the main characters and the Wendigo have something in common. All of them are where they are because of a sin. For the characters, it started with the death of the twins and continues with the choices they make since returning to the mountain lodge. If they choose to be cruel to animals or cruel to their own friends, their fates will change. Meanwhile, for the Wendigo, it's the taboo of eating human flesh. Borrowed from real-world Native American spirit lore, the Wendigo used to be people, including one of the girls who fell off the cliff during the prank gone wrong. Starving and injured and trapped in a freezing mountain ravine, she dug up her sister's body and ate. And the curse took over. On a side note, I really like how she still has these panties on. Some people got period panties and others got Wendigo panties for when you're covered in other people's blood. At least she always knows when to go to the bathroom. It may seem impossible that creatures that eat human flesh and creatures that disparage their friends could have something in common, but this isn't just a movie trope. There is an evil when we hurt each other, and that evil can take on teeth of its own. And it raises again the question of what we really deserve when our hearts are so wretched toward one another. Are we doomed to die for our sins? Until Dawn says no, as almost all of the characters can be saved, but it says this the loudest through the 2 most exceptional characters. First though, I need to qualify this argument. Until Dawn characters can die if you simply miss a button press, but more importantly, the story choices you make are not always intuitively redemptive. You can encourage your girlfriend to be more charitable to the other characters, and the game will punish you for it. The game's explicit morality is essentially chance, so much that they call each choice the butterfly effect, a synonym for a tree of possible fates. And there are characters who cannot be saved, such as Hannah and Beth at the story's setup, and Josh, who sets the story in motion with his deranged revenge scheme. But in a game where you can save everybody else, I think saving him should be possible. On a side note, the 2024 re-release of Until Dawn does let you save Josh. Audiences demanded it, and that kind of renews my faith in humanity. The good news is that the game's inner or implicit morality is more or less a redemption story, starting with Sam. Sam was never on board with the prank, and returning now, Sam is genuinely interested in how the other characters are coping. When trouble comes around, Sam encourages her friends to be good to each other and even forgives them for some fairly ugly stuff, and she puts herself in harm's way to get her friends the Sam heck out of there. Mike does that too. And he needs some redemption, because Mike was the guy Hannah wanted to get with, and without him, that prank never would have worked. You'd assume he's just a jock douchebag, but Mike fearlessly chases a killer into the mines to try to save Jessica. Later on, he plays running back through a pack of Wendigo to secure a way off the mountain, and if he makes it to the end, Mike is willing to burn alive to help his friends escape. What Mike and Sam did is the answer to the fate we deserve. When we act out of love for others, we become something that cannot truly be destroyed.